Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I decided to do a brief WIP and Chat while I start my next row on Train of Dreams by Diamond Art Club. I hadn't diamond painted for like at least a month, maybe longer, but I came in here last night and I finished the row. You can't see where I finished because of how I have the camera set up right now, or should I say my phone. But I thought, why don't I sit down with you guys and talk for maybe just a few minutes while I start I have 5 rows left. I think when I made my quick video last time, I said I have 4, but I have 5 rows and 4 squares per row. So I have 20 squares left. And I always start and work left to right, and then I scroll my diamond painting as I finish that row, and then I just keep working down. Now at some point, this part of it up top, I'm just going to point my finger, was scrolled as well. But now that I am getting near the end of this painting, I think I'm about 80% done. There's no need to scroll it on the other side. So let me tell you about, say, my last week or so. I had a pretty good week last week. I have no real complaints. And then, so like last week, basically I did a lot of reading. I finished up the Andy Carpenter series by David Rosenfeld. I made a bunch of videos for book reviews. I edited those videos, got them uploaded or scheduled, and everything was going peachy keen and fine. And then Saturday, I was babysitting Olivia and Demetrius, 2 of my grandchildren. And we were having a great day. In fact, Olivia took a nice long nap and I cuddled with her. I was fatigued due to fibromyalgia, so I wasn't like at my puzzle table. I was just cuddling with her and playing with Demetrius at the same time because he just thinks he's a big boy now and it's really hard for me to get him to nap. And then all of a sudden I started shaking and my blood sugar had went down. I think it went down to like 30 something, which is what happens surprisingly with very little warning in most cases. Whoops, I dropped a drill. With very little warning in most cases. And so I got up when I started feeling shaky, sat down at my puzzle table, grabbed my sugar testing kit and confirmed that my sugar was low. So I quickly had 2 glucose tablets, a banana, and a glass of water. And although my sugar came back up, I was still very, very shaky. And that, I wish I understood the physiology behind that, because once that happens, I get so fatigued. So the kids left and I think I slept until like 9 o'clock. And then Sunday when I got up, I slept till about 9 o'clock. I was up for maybe an hour or so. I think I need to straighten out these drills, but I'll do that later. I slept for about an hour or so. No, I slept till about 9, got up for about an hour or so, and I just had to go back to bed. So I slept all night. And then when I woke up on Sunday, Tony's like, so, I want to go to the meeting, because we have in-person meetings at the Kingdom Hall, but for those of us who need Zoom is available. And I said, I'll try, but I have a feeling that I'm going to have to sign in today. I really don't think I have the energy to go in person. So he proceeded to get dressed, put a suit and tie, and did whatever he had to do. And I kept falling back to sleep. And our meeting is at 10. So about 5 minutes of 10, thankfully I opened my eyes. And I'm so glad I did, because we had a visiting Zoom speaker from St. Martin, the island of St. Martin in the Virgin Islands. Brother Best, Corey Best was his name. But anyway, So I was able to listen to the meeting and follow along with the watchtower. And then I think I went right back to sleep as soon as the meeting was over. So I did this for days. And I sat at my jigsaw puzzle table maybe twice. And the puzzle itself was Cozy Cabin, a Ravensburger 1,000 piece puzzle. And I could tell that if I had been in better health, that could have been a one-sitting jigsaw puzzle, a one-section puzzle, but I wasn't up to it. So that was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, just kept going on and on. So last night, I was talking to my friend Fashawn, and just out of weird curiosity, I'm like, let's see how much time I can actually get out of bed and sit at this diamond painting table. So I sat here last night for about an hour or so while I talked to her, and I did a square in an hour. And I felt really good that I actually sat down to this diamond painting. So then I made a post of my progress and how I used the scroll method, because you're not going to find a light board that's going to accommodate a 6-foot diamond painting. You're just not going to ever. There's no product out there, because if you research the original purpose of light boards, they come in specific sizes for specific reasons. Diamond painting just happened to be something that people that diamond painted started connecting diamond painting to light boards. So I made that quick video and I laid back down. But then I'm thinking, my energy feels pretty good. I mean, yes, I had a blood sugar drop yesterday, by the way. It dropped to 72, maybe say around 7 o'clock. But I immediately did the same thing I did the other day. The water, the glucose, and the banana. So even though I had that sudden drop in blood sugar, which wasn't too bad, 72, I was able to catch it before it got any lower. I said, let me sit down at this puzzle table for 1 hour. And so I started the third book in a cozy mystery series by Linda Riley. And the first book was called Up to No Good. And the second book was No Harm, No Foul. And the one that I started when I sat at my puzzle table was Cheddar Late Than Never. So yes, a food cozy mystery based on food. Our character is an owner of a specialty grilled cheese shop, and she has an affinity for solving murders. And so I put Cheddar Late Than Never on about 10 o'clock or so last night, sat at my puzzle table with the intent of finishing that puzzle by midnight. I said, I'm going to finish this puzzle by midnight. Well, I finished it, I think, at 12:20. So I really tickled me pink that I hadn't really done much jigsaw puzzling for nearly a week. And then I set a goal to complete a puzzle that was only maybe 10 or 12% done, to finish it in 2 hours. So I think all total that puzzle probably didn't take 3.5, but 3.5, 4 hours. So that little video is like a 4-minute video. It's posted on my channel and linked on Facebook. And I don't think I linked it on Instagram yet, but if I haven't, I will. So that put me in a really good frame of mind. So this morning I started another cozy mystery, and this one is called Death by a Cornish Cove, a Cressida Fawcett mystery by Fliss Chester. It's the second book in this cozy mystery series. I can't quite tell you the name of the first one. And so I started that, and then I wanted to start another puzzle, but I haven't fully decided if I want to do another gradient. Do I want to do an Amy Stewart? Or do I want to do one of the Colin Thompson alphabet puzzles? Or the other one that I have in mind is finishing off the Rainbow series by doing the color pink. So since I couldn't come to a decision, I said, okay, I'll come in here and I'll work on a square. I don't know if I'll complete the square in one sitting, but I decided, yeah, I'll work on the square. So that's what I'm doing now. And then I was, like I said, listening to Death by Cornish Cove, and I thought, let's do a WIP and Chat. So, meanwhile, I've had some issues where my mood should have gone dark, and I was actually talking to my nurse yesterday, and she asked me how my fibromyalgia was, and I said, the thing is, I cannot ascertain whether or not my fatigue of late is based on these blood sugar issues or fibromyalgia. I said, but I'm kind of thinking it's blood sugar because my mood is so good despite some negativity going on in my life. My mood has not been affected, so I don't think I'm experiencing a fibro flare. So she was pleased about that, and so was I, because it does no good to deal with a bipolar depression on top of physical issues. And so I'm really happy. Now we're going to get my straightener and fix this little bit that I am not 100% satisfied with. So the first thing I'm going to do is just going to, whoops, sorry, that slid a little bit. Just push these over a little bit. And most of it is straight, but we're just going to just line that baby up. Yeah, most of it's straight. I don't have much to do, so I'm happy with that. Because, let me tell you a little trick. If you see gaps when you work, especially on a square diamond painting, shut your light pad off and look at it, and you don't see the gaps. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, I was talking to my nurse, and she asked me about my mental health and my fibromyalgia, and I said, no, mental health is great. Even with some negativity going on, I'm doing okay. I think one of the reasons that my mental health is good, surprisingly, is related to my reading. And the reason I say that is because my friend Fashawn Quinn, who has helped me to flesh out my spreadsheet, one of my spreadsheets, I'm looking for the letter K, one of my spreadsheets for 2023, and that's my series spreadsheet. So a couple of weeks ago, she told me about the Andy Carpenter series. Why cannot I find the letter K? Okay, let me slow down. So she told me about the Andy Carpenter series, which I think is a 28-book series, but there's only 26 books out now. And then there is a spin-off series called the K-Team, and there's 4 books. So 30 books. And I put that on my spreadsheet for 2023. Well, right in the middle of some stuff that should have got my mood down, I was binge reading the Andy Carpenter series. And I love that series. In fact, it made me think of how sometimes you'll vegetate in front of the TV and say binge watch a Netflix series or something like that. Well, that's kind of how it was with the Andy Carpenter series, except that I was doing it by audiobook. And I went one after the other. I did stop in between to, say, read a Carol Wire book, to read a blog tour title, and I think to listen to another audiobook that I had for review, like The Mistress Next Door by Leslie Sanderson. So there was a couple other books I stuck in there, but for the most part, I focused. I think, let's just see if I have any more letter Ks. I'm going to pull this. Yeah, I think that's it for the letter K. So I was able to fully immerse myself in reading when I had some dramatic stuff going on, and it just totally boistered my mood. And it's made me very productive, very satisfied, and very motivated. So I think it was Sunday I made my spreadsheet for February, my reading spreadsheet. I had only put in my blog tour titles, but I hadn't fleshed out and I didn't bring my iPad in here, so I can't show you. But I did not flesh out my queue for February, so I think I did that Sunday when I woke up. And now for February, I decided to do all of my blog tour titles, and I think I have 16 left. To read the Linda Riley Cozy Mystery Cheese series, which was only 3. I read 2 J.D. Robb books, the one that just came out on the 7th and the one that will come out in September. I read both of those. They were Encore in Death and Payback in Death. For Payback in Death, there's a cover, quite naturally, because it's already out. It came out yesterday. But for Payback in Death, there's not a cover reveal yet. Let's see, what else did I get done? So I also put on there 4 Joanna Fluke series. I don't know if it's Joanna Fluke or I didn't bring my iPad in here. I don't know. I have another series that I'm binge reading, and I don't think it's the Joanna Fluke right now, and I'm just drawing a blank. But I have another series that I want to listen to 4 books, so I downloaded those 4. And then I belong to some ALC programs, which is Advanced Listening Copies, and they are not really ARCs. Like they're not how can I put it? They're not unfinished products. They are the finished products that you would get on Audible or from your library. So I chose 4 books from Libro FM and 2 books from Hachette Audio. So I lined those up. So I think I put 45 books in my February TBR. I'm still mad at myself for not thinking of that author that I want to mention. But yeah, so I have a lot going on. And today I have to make at least 4 videos for my book reviews. I have to do the 2 Payback in Death and Encore in Death. I need to do the one I'm reading now, Death by Cornish Cove, the one that I'll be reading after. I want to make that video. And I need to make a video for The Suspect by Catherine Croft. So today I do have quite a bit of an agenda. So I am the kind of person that, mood or physical health notwithstanding, I am the type of person who always puts a lot on my plate. I feel like there's a little bit of paper here because it's not sticky. I wonder if I left a piece of paper there. Or did I not put a drill on the pen? Let's see what the story is. Oh, I didn't have a drill on the pen. So anyway, I like to be busy. Whether it's multitasking while I'm, like right now, working on a diamond painting, or multitasking while I'm working on a jigsaw puzzle, or whether I'm in the kitchen cooking, I like to multitask. And my favorite thing while multitasking is reading. Now, there are a couple of television series that I am watching, but they're on my DVR, so I probably won't get to television this week. I probably won't get to watch TV until next week, because I would like to get all of my February blog tour titles read in the next couple of days. Like, maybe in 1 week, I'd like to be all done with February. And yeah. And I'm still in the back of my mind trying to think of the 4-book series. Oh, Jenna Ivanovich. Yes, the Stephanie Plum. I downloaded the next 4 from 16 through 20. There we go. I just could not remember. Yeah, so I want to listen to the next 4 in the Stephanie Plum, all my February blog tour titles, the new Iris and Roy Johansson book. I have that one as an ebook, but I requested it from Hachette Audio. So even though it's already out, it came out on the 7th, I'm holding off because I want the ebook copy. I want the audiobook copy. So when I get that, I will be doing that. There's another review audiobook that I will be getting from Bookouture today. I don't quite remember what the name of that is, but I do plan on putting that at the top of my list whenever it comes in. So that, oh, I think it's The Widows by Patricia Gibney. Yeah. So that's another one that I'm sticking into my queue whenever that copy becomes available. So yeah, that's all I've been up to, is in bed, working on spreadsheets, and now I'm up working on this diamond painting. I will go in there and decide which puzzle that I am going to work on and start that next puzzle and continue listening to my books in the meanwhile. So that's all we'll talk about in this video, but I want to thank you for allowing me to tell you what's on my mind, and I will be back with more. Bye-bye.